Manager wants remote control access to my PC. Is there a legitimate way to tell him no? First, I'm in the process of job hunting so I can get away from this place. But until then I am stuck here. My company recently hired an asshole manager who constantly micromanages and bullies the team. He's supposed to approve our pull requests, but he doesn't know how to access the project, and I think only me and the other team members know. We asked if he needed help in the beginning and he said no. So we've just been watching him come up with a million reasons for why he doesn't have access to the latest project for the last few months. So when we have to show him something, he'll insist on gaining remote access to our PC via Zoom to check instead of pulling the newest version on his own computer. My turn is coming up tomorrow, and I really don't want him to. First of all, it's my personal PC. It feels invasive. Second, call me petty, but I don't want to help this asshole save face. I already wrote in the company's Slack telling him I strongly recommend he checks my work on his own PC because it's quite heavy. Can I give a legitimate reason as to why I won't allow him to do that? And to instead tell him to update the project and share his screen? If he wants to invade your space, he can do so through a work laptop that they provide to you. No way am I giving anyone access to my personal machine. Can I give a legitimate reason? Sure, this is my personal PC, not a corporate asset. End of story. If they want to send you a company laptop or something, he can do whatever he wants with it. Report him to the information security officer. This is a huge security violation. If they want access to a PC so badly, they should provide you with a PC and all the hickey-madoos that come along with it. And some internets. Take it out of the gas budget management has. Because we are traveling the information superhighway. In practicalities, it'd have a burner PC for work stuff, micromanagement, if possible. If it's your personal computer, then the answer is no. I had senior leadership who would call me on my personal cell phone and try to talk to me for hours. After I'd already worked a consistently long day. The things they were saying were statements they would not want on record, so I started speaking to them on speaker phone and recording it on my tablet. They tried to bring me into HR for a final written, despite no verbal or PIP, and say that I hadn't completed a project they'd discussed with me. Asked which day it was and how they communicated their needs to me. They realized then there was a problem, as they had to admit they called my cell phone. I also happened to have every recording available on a cloud drive. Tried to say it was a company violation to record business calls. Said I was off work and they called my personal cell phone on personal time. After I'd asked, at least 9 times, for them to stop. Played a few of the recordings and I was asked by HR to give them a few moments. Left and went back to my cubicle. Was later asked how many calls I had recorded. I said enough to cover my ass if they decide to retaliate. My direct manager was demoted to a phone agent and was reporting to me for about 3 months before she found another job within the same company. Her boss ended up getting promoted but apologized to me after she realized my conversations with my manager weren't going any higher than that. Probably the most useless person I've ever had the displeasure of working for. Oh, I forgot to mention they wanted me to be on a Zoom type call during my workday when I was home, so they could check in on me. The number of condescending phone calls I had to sit through with my boss's boss, where she was explaining things I'd already tried explaining to my direct super, was infuriating. But at the time, when I'd say, I've tried explaining this to boss person but apparently you're not hearing about any of it, so I stopped wasting my time trying to make useful changes around here. Was roughly a month. or two later when things started to unravel, but God, was it infuriating in the moment. If that's what he wants, tell him to purchase you a work computer, I guess. Do not give him remote access to your persicom. Personal PC you spent your own money on doesn't give him access. Ask him for a work laptop and he can remote whenever he likes. Tell him you have private and confidential information on your personal computer that is not work related, so he cannot access your computer. Tell him you are happy to upload any work related material onto a cloud which he can fully access. If he wants access to your full computer, he must provide you with a work computer which you will use for work purposes only. No is a complete sentence. If your personal computer is in your home, then he is not entitled to it, period. Never install company software on your personal equipment. If they want their software installed, they provide the machine, period. If they want remote access, they provide the machine. If they require you to use a computer for the job, they provide the machine. It's your personal computer. That's enough reason. Just be professional. Sorry, this is my personal PC and I'm not comfortable sharing access. I'd be happy to share my screen to show you what I'm talking about. If he pushes it further, just tell him you'd be happy to give remote access via a work laptop if he would like to arrange one being issued to you. That way you have been polite and offered a reasonable solution to the problem he is creating. Let him take that to HR if he feels the need. Organize your team to work without him. A manager approving PRs is also anti-agile. It's the kind of ways of working that kills a company. I've read this bestseller before. It's called The Lion, the Witch and the Audacity of This Bitch. They need to provide you a work computer or y'all need a server that everyone can access. Due to antivirus software I have installed on my personal PC that I use for work, remote control won't work. If you'd like, you can have IT issue me a work laptop. From what I read, he wants remote access via Zoom. He can only see via Zoom what you share. In this mode you are in control of the mouse. Only windows on the active screen are visible. This really is not remote access. It's referred to as screen sharing. Screen sharing is like opening your blinds to you neighbors. They only see what passes in front of the visible window. You will be controlling the computer. Don't have applications open you don't want them to see, or ask about. Slack, Discord, or Reddit, etc. Don't leave File Explorer windows open to places you don't want seen. If they have asked for remote access to files, then your concerns are valid. This would allow him to copy files, view data, web search history and email. This is not provided via a Zoom session, and likely requires the installation of an application. Remote access is like giving someone a spare key. They can come inside when they want, look in drawers, move things around, peep in your pictures and videos folders, copy or open files. With remote access, they can do this while you watch, while you work or while you sleep. Ask someone you trust if they are only sharing their screen via Zoom. Before the meeting, I think you're okay with hosting a Zoom session, but you might want to have a practice session to get comfortable. Under no circumstance. It's your personal PC. If they want access they need to provide you with one. The manager has no ground to stand on here. Set up a VM and give him access to that. Install VS Code, GitHub. Just tell him to work it out from there. Even better, install Linux with a Windows skin. Every time you say you're hitting share in Zoom, hit quit instead. Sorry, it's crashing every time I try to give you access. Want me to try it the other way and share your PC instead? Quote. So screen sharing is a normal part of working remotely. However, if screen sharing to then access files and make changes under your username instead of resolving the manager's own access issue, that I can see maybe on their first week on the job but not as a long-term solution. Your usage of remote control access had me coming here to angrily tell you heck no, especially on a personal PC lol, as there are systems that can be installed where your superiors can remote into your workspace. Big Brother and all of that.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.